continue.
Come on.
What's the thing?
No, kill me. Go ahead.
No, we're not going to do that.
No, y'all.
Newly released police body cam video shows intense moments that led up to a police shooting, a suicidal man with a machete in downtown Spokane. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nadine Woodward. After an almost year-long investigation, the prosecutor's office has determined that shooting was justified. KXLY4's Grace Ditzler has a look at the video just released today. And Grace, it certainly reveals a lot about that night.
Nadine, multiple police body cameras captured the tense moments as officers tried desperately to get the man the help he needed and keep everyone safe. Ultimately, one officer fired his gun, and you're about to see why.
Relax. We're not here to hurt you.
May 1st, 2016 was a busy night in downtown Spokane, the night before Bloomsday. Around 12:30 in the morning, police responded to reports of a man with a machete threatening people. When police contacted Charleston Harper outside of Zola,
Harper immediately armed himself with a machete. Officer Haney deployed a taser, firing it at Harper in an attempt to take him safely into custody.
But that taser wasn't effective. As more officers arrived, the 15-minute standoff began.
Listen.
While some officers tried to negotiate with Harper and defuse the situation, others locked the doors into Zola and tried to get people out of the bar and into the alley. But officers didn't realize the front doors to the foyer leading into the apartments and Zola were not locked.
Harper opened the right side door, which officers believed had been secured. Officers realized at this point Harper, who was still armed with a large machete, had access to the building.
When Harper went inside, officers fired both non-lethal beanbag and foam shots. And Officer Scott Lesser fired 4 rounds with an M4 rifle, one hitting him in his lower back.
Don't do it.
Well,
in Officer Lesser's report, he talks about them firing first, and then as Mr. Harper continued into the building, that's when he made the decision to fire. So, but you can tell the time was pretty close there.
Captain Brad Arlith says all officers receive crisis intervention training. They're also trained to use less lethal force as an intermediate step, but also be prepared to use lethal force.
When we get to that point, though, we always have lethal cover in case the lethal item doesn't work.
The investigation found Officer Lesser's use of deadly force was reasonable.
Our officers are well disciplined in terms of understanding and their own responsibility in knowing when to deploy less lethal or lethal force. So I think that's the good thing out of this is you don't see everybody, repeat firing once an officer makes a decision to employ lethal force.
And in a statement to the investigative team, Harper told police he was sick of everything and wanted to give up. He told investigators he was not going to kill himself, but he could make them do it. Harper was treated at the scene and taken to Sacred Heart. After he was released, he was charged with burglary and harassment. I'm told he is currently in the Spokane County Jail. Reporting in studio, Grace Ditzler, KXLY4 News.
All right, thank you, Grace.